title to the influence. I am the influence. How do I get above myself? Guess I should smoke some more cannabis. I'll come back in a couple eons and tell you how rock and roll it was. Excuse my French. I'm a fucking poet with pen I slash veins and brain brains. With words I break bones, split lips, and take big shits on mediocrity. I ask, what happened to society? Been bred as sheep for corporation nation. Education meant to break will. Sit in office hours, 8 hours, day in, day out. That ain't what life's about. Smash windows, burn down cities, proliferate the soul, let it burn right. I do drugs, not because I didn't get enough buzz, but because I am in love with insanity. I was screwed by rules, saw they were for fools, yet still I graduated from schools. Prove the point, it's okay to smoke a joint. Jump through society's hoops, threw them for a loop, to wrangle the burning orb of life and bring it crashing to earth. The human race is finished. Body is my temple, earth is my playground, vast cosmos my mansion. You are infinite possibility, a self-centered freak caught on breath's edge, hooked into divinity's vein. Move deep in rooted system, subtle vibrations guide way. Life viewed as yoga practice, master of self, master of all. Stretch perceptions to get proper view, no beginning, so no need to worry. The race is an illusion. We've been here before, we'll be here again. Though the trick is to be here now. Open the present moment, we are the ribbon and the bow. So wake up to the gift of life as we travel down a dusty path, looking for home when it was always right here, hidden in plain sight, blinded by desire, always in need of more. How fast is fast enough? How much farther do we have to run? Future already happened. Lay aside fears as listen with inner ears. Embrace the broken past. Let tears flow for healing waters. Shed three-dimensional skin. Awaken rainbow light body. Shine in the night as we travel to the homecoming party. Let universal families dance together. Marry the spirit with the flesh. Step out of reality into the living dream. The end is over and the beginning is near. Constant contradiction, opposites balance. Let go and be carried by a stream of radiant joy. We're just cosmic fish who forgot how to navigate the natural currents. A speck of speckled speck on a speck of speckled speck. Dominators to the right, dominators to the left. Art goes its own way, a crooked line through the heart. Indulge with an open throat, yet let fill be satiated. No need for chains. That game, this game is for play. Life trip taken too seriously. Material costume, but a temporary garb. Wear it lightly as it's born to fade. Past the worldly plane without burying treasure. Count wealth, not in currency hoarded or objects owned. Count in friends, smiles, hugs, and peaks summited. Praise the tears when heart is pierced with emotion's dagger. Swim in the grief of those who parted earthly bonds. It is in the full embrace of experience which we find our grace to lift from its depths despair, to stand tall against the grave, walk fiercely with a bubbly joy, a smile into the abyss, wisdom empty, so it's all just a ride. So many busy fighting for tomorrow, we forget to live today. A plant without roots can't reach for sky. Dead on arrival, only good for compost. Trauma of now and processed fuels future love. That which decays feeds next generation. Spiral staircase of eternity. Energy bounds beyond vegetative confines. Free to play in infinite form. This momentary drama, but a drop in an ocean of emptiness. A ripple whose wave crashes upon shores too vast to fathom. Word of cosmic must jump from the ledge into the stream, stumble as fool with pocket full of empty wisdom, uncork all that imaginations, a border to be crossed, not forbidden magic. Artists out on parade, skill creative bounty, power brokers choke on own fear, near-death experience, spiritual transformation, revival by comedy of self-subjugation. The mad ones know you can only persecute yourself. All these enemies fighting for peace, art grows in cracks of the crumble late-stage plunder, and undercurrent stirs in hungry hearts of the people. Old game has grown stale. Get ready for artists to do business as unusual, upend tables of the mind to remind us we're all just specks of speck on a speck of a speck of a speck. Yesterday is tomorrow's forgotten title. It's humankind, not human being. Stop being an asshole for green fiat currency. Sheep left eating plastic grass. Oil slick on both sides of fence. Somehow it's still not enough. Stealing candy from unborn babies, traders of the arcane, energy manipulators. It's okay. We be meditators, energy mediators. Art is our tuning fork. So many forms it becomes formless. Completely original, imperfectly perfect. 7 steps ahead. Bend light with my prism tongue. Black box puppet philosophy. Video game matrix manifesting. Secret cheat code is love. Remember, wings are in the heart. Be mad crazy. No world peace is possible. Only together can we climb the wall. Shoulder on shoulder, heart and heart. Starts right here with you on this relationship earth. We are tomorrow's ancestors. Let us weave a myth of regeneration. Sun rays arise in hills of today's dreamers. Bestow 777 generations of connection. Mutant art freaks weave between cosmic channels. Pull forth vision from quantum sea. Skipped across body. Breathe into truth. Work every day, but never stop playing. Hire yourself and make a better world one smile at a time. Learn to listen before you speak. Poem starts in silence before a first got. Echoes and halls of eternity. Rebounds background. Nose tickle riddle. Western mind flood of material addiction. Go walk in the woods for calm. Barefoot dust dance, back to plants for our medicine. Technology can't empower us till we have cured our mental illness. All masters or all slaves, nation, plantation, state, painted in economic borders. Almighty dollar, they say you are the one. Well, I've got 13, slip self into thought stream, moonbeam, journeyman, plant tongue fool, always out of mind. But always on point. How many mountain passes till enlightenment? Been so high for so long, I forgot what my feet feel like. Dusty-haired angels steal poems from apocalyptic smokestacks. Future will be birthed in mad visions of artist alchemy. Dimensional frequency distilled into reality. Hollow vessels speak, vessels to which all speaks. Deep behind curtain, there is no wizard. Just a fractal mirror reflected. All we are is a simple people. Big bang technology born to play in paradise. No matter what your role, you are a genius. They told you are a bank account. I tell you that you are so much more. The world could not be a fuck without you. I've never met a loser. Only people that thought they were. You are beautiful. There's nothing you can do about it. titled The Poet's Greatest Sin. Nothing is built to last in this cosmic boneyard of interstellar seeds, planted deep in black hole of space-time. Even sun, which seems so permanent, shall collapse into a dead husk, its radiation no longer warmth for which sprouts reach, yet among vast dump of creation, something draws our attraction, gets our elements up and spinning, life animated to connect with itself, alone or a dim bulb. Our brightness depends on contact, as sun's radiation rays cause chemical dance to feed the vegetation. So does the touch of another. Hearts kept safe begins with flesh of the mother, a few handfuls of decades to dance between roots to branches, till spirit reaches beyond limbs, on towards vast blue to sail beyond imagination. With those years there surely shall be tears. If it doesn't hurt, it means you didn't love. And to die without loving to a poet is the greatest sin of all. Relationship Earth. The earth is our relationship. It is the ship upon which we have our relations. All is relative, born from deep darkness, light playing games in a black box theater, dream world woven tapestry of eternity. Embrace sacred connection to all. Our mother speaks to us through plants. Spirit guides blind pilgrims through flames. Lay down control, submit to the divine. Activate sacred states of spine. Flower your love to blossom third pine cone. Enter gateless gates. Breathe channels open. Project timeless eternity. Still sitting here breathing. Still here on this relationship. We have to learn to love ourselves. We have to learn to love each other. It's the only way to fit through eye of needle, past self through self. When we all hold hands, there will be no more walls. Curtains drawn back, wizards show light, shamans bridge worlds. Night will marry day, truth will prowl streets naked. Life will be a sacred dance to commune with unseen. Higher state dimensional highway, road of life, paved with fractured truth. Ego strings confused, syncopated beat, disharmonic frequency, crumble, frail material dreams. Poems leap from page to knock an empty notebook open. Lines ready to be written. Scratch into eternity's tomb. Spiritual howls in wilderness. Savage ecstasy danced by fire. Empty of thought, filled with experience. Reflection of mirror held in balanced relation. Spun sacred myth on mystic wheels. Fingers tapped in empty void. Beginning was word. Minds got blown, busted soul. Expression calls out for love. Art is sacred reaching for holy truth. My truth is limitless. It grows with awareness. Quit your job. Start the real work. Go dance like God is watching. It wants to see you naked. Duality split itself upon my razor tongue. Light sprung forth from lunatic language. Dreams bird from goddess womb. Worm whittles its way to shake hands with death. Walk to nowhere. Take visions down from sky. Plant in sacred dusty bosom of mother. Connect back to meaty bone bag. Lick lips, blink eyes, wiggle fingers. Let air rush past nostrils till bursting lungs. Holy flesh temple of sensual experience. Do not forsake this rotting corpse. Manifest through work. play in heart's garden, cultivate, till fields of the mind, cultivate appreciation of every single step, reap eternal bounty, meander slowly down path into days peaking above tomorrow's hills. 21st century artists, we are the revolution, broken souls that refuse to bow down, inspired to rise in madness out of mundane landscapes, to flip the bird, double-fisted, all in the name of peace. Fuck you, society. We burn through the pages of history, fight outdated mind control, free the books from their dusty prison, wake up from the oppression of the mind. Vatican secrets of control, hide libraries of stolen history. Books are indeed liberation. Free the words, free the mind. We refuse to listen to your ignorance. We have the right to think for ourselves. Fuck you, authority. We are here to cause riots in consciousness. We are the liberators. Read, read, read. Don't let them think for you. Draw your own conclusions. Be a revolutionary. Defy reality and build your dreams. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Dank, Phart, aka Matty Bovard. Behind me is Black Market Translation. My name is Sarah Rodriguez. I feel like I forgot some details. I was very excited to get started. Who are you? Happy birthday, Sarah! But we're going to keep rolling. Again, just a reminder, friends, we are recording. We are live streaming. If you would like to not be recording our live streams, let us know. Alright, our next poet is Jessica. Jessica Cowan loves poetry, live music, dancing and relaxing and healing nature settings. She has degrees in environmental studies and nutritional science and is currently pursuing a PhD in clinical psychology. Woo! She hopes to help others and herself become more aware of their subconscious through different mediums of creative expression. Give it up for Jessica.
But it's not of you guys. It's of the people who are killing our planet. Dead cat. Dead cat. Dead without letting it eat out your heart. How to do something about the injustices in a sustainable way, a kind way. Kind like a grandma who ate extra banana right to share. Kind like a mother who doesn't let her kid eat the whole cake. Kind like a knife that takes out all of the cancer. Terminator trad wife contained balloonist. We tried to make a shoe made. We blame us for resisting. We had to fight for the vote. Do some of you wish that we hadn't got it? I guess I was always in a liberal bubble. What do I know of my brother's mind in Alabama, Arkansas, the Carolinas? Was it ever even possible to do a democracy with this many and spread out of a group? I guess we might never know, since the rich guys can now buy our elections, taking away our freedoms in the process. Did you think we would consent to this? I would literally rather be dead than be your slave. You cannot forever contain the human spirit. I would say I would rather burn this all down, but you were already doing that for us. Is when you make sure someone is an enthusiastic participant in an activity or exchange. No one should feel tricked, pressured, or made to feel that they cannot say no. Do you realize that trans right is a litmus test? To gauge your love, to gauge your inclusivity. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Better to attend to the plank in your own eye than the speck in your neighbor's. Judge not, lest you be judged. You can go too fast. Eager for what you want to be, you can lose the magic of what you are right now. I get it. The mind is powerful. It has goals and ideals. But you must move thoughtfully and purposefully, making sure all of you is catching up in each new moment. Thoughtlessly running won't do. Don't let yourself trip and fall right when you are so close. Whatever America wants, America gets. Do we want those young, fresh coconuts from Thailand? Done. Do we want that primo oceanfront property in Hawaii? Check. Nothing is sacred to America. These hungry ghosts keep eating and eating, but they are not full. They don't know yet the secret, that it is the sharing that heals the heart. The dancing and eating with people you love who love you back, love you for all the right reasons, love you for your smile, for your laugh, love you when you're tired, or even if you were broke, and you love them too. That is love, and it heals like nothing else. The next one is a bedtime poem to help you fall asleep. This next one is for when you're trying to fall asleep. I might have written it when I was trying to fall asleep. Yeah, just like bedtime vibes, if you get them. And you guys are amazing. Thank you. B, you need sleep. You aren't helping anyone by staying up all night. Late night doom scrolling isn't doing any good. Carrying all the suffering you see isn't the move. Say a prayer, try to find a way to help, and then let yourself rest. Find sources of hope and nourish them. They will keep you alive. Put your hands in the soil and find friends who are looking for solutions too. Everything else is crazy making. Everything else is wearing you down. This situation isn't new. As a species, we have been here before. It's heavy and a lot, but don't let the hypotheticals kill you. Don't let your mind get stuck on scenarios that haven't happened yet. Don't let your mind convince you that defeat is inevitable. Try to find a way to be here now. There is so much beauty here for eyes that can see. Are we here to create, to learn, to love? Here to admire, protect, savor, sense, sleep, dream, digest, divulge, deny, to cry, and laugh, and sing, and dance, to touch, and hurt, and heal, to forgive and be forgiven, to learn your own limits, to set boundaries, and to try again. The last line, this is a poem to artists. What does art and color mean to you? How has the art community helped you? As soon as I was walking, my mom put me in dance classes, and for that I am eternally thankful. I want to be with dreamers, with creators. Dance is art with your body to find a rhythm and create beauty for all to enjoy. I've always wanted to create beauty. I remember when my judge showed up and told me I wasn't good enough. But no artist has ever said that to me. Artists tell me that everything is art. Even my heartbreak. Even this pit in my stomach that I don't know how to get out. I still want to dance, create, and dream. This is the only thing that has ever made me feel hope. This is the only thing that has ever made me feel like enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Next up, we have Tall City. Tall City Chris was born in Long Island and moved to Manitou Springs in 2005 with a jam band. He presented his poetry in Colorado as well as back in New York and in China too. Please give it up for Tall City.
Butterflies on my stomach. I think it's because I ate dinner at the butterfly diner. That broke the ice. Okay. I have art and books on the table from Too Ugly to Look At. You go look at those. This is great because I don't have to sit home writing to Godspeed You Black Emperor at home. I can read to this. Alright, time for tears. Okay, this one is about the open road at night. Vibe change. I'm on celestial seasoning, so I might nod out with something. This one's called Just a Few Dollars for Gas. Cars pull over and let the ambulance pass, so we just follow behind the ambulance so we can drive fast too. We avoid the emergency, instead we just take advantage of urgency's momentum. In my head and mind I drift from reason to reason why I should have stayed home today. The
You don't owe me an explanation why we're here. You don't owe me a reason. You only owe me a few dollars for gas. Nobody ever talks to us as we drift from town to town. We see old women turning their houses inside out to sell everything in the yard sale. We drive through big cities at night, and the buildings look like tall columns of parallel neon. I see lightning born from the clouds, the screaming clouds. We don't even know where we're going. We wait at the intersection for the light to change and ignore doubts hiding inside our skulls. We ignore the doubts speaking out of our lips. Cars pull over to let the ambulance pass, so we drive behind the ambulance so we can drive fast too. Being crazy is fun until you actually think about it. Then you realize all your kindness is practice. Being crazy is fun until you stop and think about it. Then you realize all your spontaneity is on purpose. Then you realize your personality is just a stereotype you've seen before. Then you realize everyone has their own reasons for what they do. It's just that some reasons don't make any sense. I drift from reason to reason why I should have stayed home today. But you don't owe me any explanation. Just a few dollars for gas. Until we get out of here, back into the darkness, where we see the same nothing the rest of the galaxy sees all the time. We'll find another way to make some money. Setting empty homes aflame as we travel. We'll find another way to make some money, pickpocketing the people who climb ladders up to success. After waking up in the hotel room, I see the ceiling and floor opening up with hands reaching out from both heaven and hell. But both heaven and hell are dead either way. I avoid the ghosts, that's why you see me making weird paths through the room. I look out the window, I look past the horizon, and I can't tell you what I see, since it doesn't want to be seen. We'll find another way to make some money driving through these bulldozer landscapes, looking through your eyes, rearranged by cheap drugs. And our Lord, the Creator, is drowsy right now, so we can get away with anything. Nobody ever talks to us while we drift from town to town. So off balance. Some people like being smart, but I prefer being lucky. And as long as I listen to the air, my body will stay alive, so it can live more. I think my body will stay alive so it can write more. My body will stay alive so it can love more. Nobody ever talks to us, but God loves the mess we made. Neighbors rarely ever lift a finger except to prove you wrong, but God loves the mess we made. Cars pull over to let the ambulance pass, so we drive behind the ambulance so we can drive just as fast. And one day we should follow the emergency to the hospital so I can put you on the stretcher. I'm not so sure you can handle the next few days. Driving all night, we're really low on gas. But the empty light comes on really early. And we'll make it at least to another small motel. Last night as we slept, I breathed in your shampoo and I would kill to feel that way again. In the meantime, please pass me the hotel soap. I still think we should have stayed home. I still think we should have stayed in bed. I still think we should have finished school. I still think I should have shown up to work. I still think I should have gone home for Christmas. I still think you have lost your mind. But God loves to mess with things. And your life is a mess. But a mess is what you remember. A mess is what you feel nostalgic for. While a clean room is easily forgotten.
Called Don't Wander So Much. At least pretend you have a reason. Don't wander so much. At least pretend you have a reason. Mother and father weren't perfect, but they obviously didn't kill you. They just stared at you. Don't wander so much. You're attracted to the road for some reason, but maybe that reason isn't even your reason since you don't know what it is. Stop following those autumn leaves. They'll lead you into the ditches they blow into, and they'll become blankets over you. Don't wander so much. At least pretend you have a reason. It seems like your eyes are always somewhere else, watching the invisible colors left over from solitary orgasms and quick drugs. Girls who think they're sexy and boys who think they're funny, they all hold their knives to your mouth, waiting for the right answer to those rehearsed, repeated questions. Turn the other way towards the shrines, towards the churches. There are empty pews for you to sit. But if you happen to bleed into their holy book, the sheep will come close to drink your blood rather than the wine of the suffering statues. And if we have the little cups of old grapes already, we might as well toast ourselves in church for doing something we rarely do except on Sunday. Forgive and love. Don't wander so much. At least pretend you have a reason. At least pretend you have a purpose. Insomnia has simply become a reversal of awake and sleeping hours. Accustomed to being misunderstood, you only speak nonsense anyway. Don't wander so much, at least pretend to have a reason. Dad is digging little graves for the random roadkills he finds. Mother number 8 is composing stream of consciousness eulogies for her other children. Don't ever think you are the only one in the world who's lost and alone. You'll find other lonely people and you'll fall in love with your own image. It all tastes like poison, but maybe that's just the flavor of poison. You can never be too careful, but you can always be too careless. It's all in your imagination, so keep it there. We settle for our reality and all its
system. Honey says she is naturally high and never been naturally even. Honey lies under heavy blankets so she won't blow away, head over foot like astronauts cut from the spacecraft tether. Sometimes she holds her breath to make herself heavier, looking at the ceiling and the corner cobwebs. If Honey could have an out-of-body experience, she would float to the cross beams of the room and cause the arachnids to kamikaze onto the couch to be killed by the cats who wander the house. Handsome took a path through the woods. They tap on your shoulder if you take the road, asking for money, offering drugs. So he takes a path through the woods since he has no money and he already has drugs. Handsome has scars on his face for no reason. He can stay up for 3 days if he wants to, looking at the ceiling and the corner cobwebs until he sees bird wings and power lines beyond. If Handsome could have an out-of-body experience, he would float to the cross beams with a magazine to sit up there anonymous and unseen forever. Handsome came home and kissed Honey on the cheek, and his kiss left the black and the blue. Honey wasn't really watching television, she was watching flies crawl across the screen. Neighborhood kids followed him home. They stood outside and lit their lighters, threatening to torch the trees in the gasoline soil. Birds sat along the power lines in group of threes. Honey looked over at the bookshelf and she wondered what book would she read if she felt like reading. Honey held a little hostage for 9 months in a rib-cage palace beneath her heavy heart, and her heart is a sun which never sets. Some of her never born never get to see the latex hands. Some of her never born never get to see the hospital room. Honey has a heavy heart, it is a sun which never sets, circulating blood to nervous extremities. It's funny how after a few years of speed, she lost weight, and she lost teeth, and she lost skin, but she always kept herself, and that smile which made her recognizable, and those freckles and the birthmarks and the red and rosy cheeks, and of course those eyes, and of course her soul, and her soul is there, and by there I mean everywhere, because that is her and that lasts longer than gold. Honey lived a parody of life, but her brain didn't get the joke. She always lay there drowsy on the couch, rings flickering like television channels. Handsome kisses her cheek again and again. His kiss will leave a black and a blue. Handsome wanders the yard and falls asleep in the parking lot. Honey finishes watching the flies crawl across the TV screen as she turns it off. Honey looks at the bookshelf and she imagines reading books. And Handsome finally has his own out-of-body experience. He finally gets that out-of-body experience and he floats to the ceiling and he keeps on going. He will keep on going until he finds heaven. And Honey looks into the mirror. She looks into the mirror. She imitates her own reflection. She's an imitation of her own reflection. She copies her own reflection, like her reflection came before her.
worked so hard to make the myself that I am. What if there are traces of weakness in my blood? If that is the case, then here is my giant white flag. For my humanity, I believe that silence cradles peace. But uncertainty screams, relentless and unsettling, the lump in my throat peddling my truth as it rises to the surface. You know what? I'm not afraid of dying. I'm more afraid of limbo. So shoot, my regret will keep me in my grave with unrest regardless. Sad poet, yes. Silent poet is an oxymoron. If I'm going to be a voice in this world, I'm not using for my own advocacy too, nor hiding behind my shield. Emit some sound from this voice box. Let it carry like simple static. Accountability, access, responsibility. Feels like love embodied by gratitude. Existence leaves us too far entrenched by the darkness not to act as a light. So if we have found ourselves on the same wavelength, here is my action of accountability, wrapped up in all the love I have to give, expressed by gratitude. Your presence makes me feel so comfortable. I treasure your company. I know we see each other every day, but I just wanted to remind you of how much I love you. I'm glad that you got up the courage to say what you did on the stage. I'm sorry for interrupting. I apologize. I didn't consider how you felt, and now I deeply empathize. Your feelings are important. You are not obligated to give me a response. You are not alone. Your voice matters. This is your time to speak. Turn that shit up. Piss off the people that benefit from your silence. I make it up for lost time. Cowardice is louder than shamelessness. Yes and no are complete sentences. The brain is a fickle ball of yarn. We work to weave logic into the fabric of our longing, but still collect lost souls like stray cats. A relatable notion. Give up on this, though. Some of them come with fleas you don't see until you let them in. I've fed them out of the kindness of my heart. They always come back. But their fleas have signed a lease where my leash should be. Inevitably, I empathize. Me ouch. If you knew what true nourishment felt like, you'd hate hunger forever too, genuinely. Genuine question based on a genuine inquiry. What does it mean to be authentic? Can you recognize it in the crowd? Can you see it in the eyes of someone else? Can you hear it in their voice? If all of us were truly authentic, we'd admit that we were just animals. Some of us just follow different patterns in the earth. But I am not a messenger of a republic of tyrannical elephants that stomp on us with their big feet. No peace promised on the wings of an evil democratic hypocrisy makes them sound like an ass. All speak the language of animals. Get off your high horse. There has been no action of change. Just hot air. The taxes taxing on our mental health. We'll have to hope and painful even if our debits are in debt. Tread on a snake that's consuming its own tail. It's vile to even itself. Plastic is politics. Learn from a cockroach. Raw and bitten by my farm. Resulted from a climate of indifference by living space. It's a vat of acid. I breathe in carbon. This melancholy misanthropic opinion will not have me at the end of my rope. I will have no choice but to climb. Unapologetically a poisonous presence if you don't breathe like me. I've taken action to barter with the demon that resides where my soul should be. We didn't bring down shamelessness. Sincerity speaks in silence. Silence speaks with an eloquence of the tongue, lips and cheeks that harmonize in unison, but unambiguously report. Fumbling and fumbling on the tip of the tongue of loose construction. Relax your troubled mind and restless heart. Listen to the sound of your intuition beckoning for an audience. Truth is a brutal confidant, but nevertheless, a true confidant. No one takes the path to the higher self before you. Don't let these line strikings hurt you. They exist as a guide. But nature may delay you. The shadow may find shelter in your skin like a parasite. Remember, resistance is troublesome with a natural death jumps into life. Everyone is separate. No one is separate. I asked him to name his favorite poem of mine. about his stroke game. How his pen touches me without leaving a mark. Fuck him and his reckless desire for gloveless fingers in my temperature-controlled library. Clearly unbothered by the consequences of messing up my pH with his grubby, acidic hands. There is in fact a way to turn a page without cheer residue. If my pussy was a poem, I think I would... If my pussy was a poem, I think I'd be pickier about who gets hands on the edits. I wouldn't ask the opinion of someone who wasn't totally excited about it. Now, if someone worthy saw me as a poem, they'd tell me that my pussy was a wonderful poem, but they love all of my bodies of work. If someone worthy saw me as a poem, they'd tell me that my voice was artistic perfection, but my heart and essence is transmuted immaculately. They couldn't dream of putting me down. Having appreciated and studied numbers of parts, and left bloody my new favorite poet too. They take out every reflection of me on paper, leaving them empty-handed because they will only miss me when I am not accumulating dust on the shelf anymore. They're amazed at how we only appreciate the art when the artist is dead to us. If my pussy was a poem, I'd thank them for not appreciating it. Because now my pages can be spread to better readers. Who's this a dumb slut? Yes, just a dumb slut, just a vessel, just a breath, just a pair of tits, just a woman. I could be speaking to you on the stage with the highest integrity, but you're still thinking about what I look like naked, not that I'm mine entirely. But you should really check out how bare my soul is. Between this man in my DMs and this woman in my class, it's still just some ass. It's a great ass! Fantastic, really. You didn't pay attention to anything I just said. Sexy, sultry, unbelievable. She has a brain, oh, but misspelling, wrong punctuation. Imagine your words being based on literacy. Imagine being intelligent. Imagine how your intelligence discourages them. There's a code written in the fine print of the lines to read between them who's a point to one's ego they'd rather die than admit. Pretty smart. Pretty and smart. She doesn't want you, though that's the problem at hand. All this fuss because I wouldn't live around your world, silly goose. This tricking for kids. I want healing, I want peace, I want inspiration. I'm on my knees in your kitchen. I can't even see a living room, a backyard, a family room, a bedroom. It's the only one I can see clearly. There's silence after we've exchanged vows in these seats. I see your wife in a picture frame. Maybe you should remove blame from them to yourself. Is it their fault that your compass points due north when your land is clearly going south? Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't call yourself a slut so openly. Perhaps. Maybe you should make yourself small. Absolutely not. I may stand 5'1", but my presence is a skyscraper. Sky Daddy scripts me out the house with a thousand more like an emergency buster. Open the door out to me down to the entryway. It knocks. I'll answer and prepare to be blown away. No! Don't tell me I'm too much. You're at my front steps. I didn't put you there. I'm loose by the vision. Walk the streets at night holding hands that touch my soul too. Touches feelings. I'm not cheap. I cross your time, patience, and vulnerability, and I cannot help you if you're gross. Don't call me dumb. Call me a slut with consent. I'm gonna do one more. And then I think I'm done. My lover wrote me a poem once. I say poem, but it was really a love letter from his avoidance, neatly scrolled on a pink slip. A resignation to any obligation to me, disguised by pretty metaphors. I was every star in the sky, but they were not an astronaut. They were a busy bee in contrast to a peaceful field of flowers. I was everything dark and mysterious about the sea, and he could only picture the depths of a kiddie pool. It was heartening to remember the late nights of watching Bob Ross give portraits before falling asleep. He is the ghost of these memories. The way he painted my face in watercolors. But now when I think of us, I think of a stormy sunset. There was a lot of peace in this, as chaotic as it sounds. Before the rain flooded the land as the sun went down, he resonated with my thundering sky, and I wanted his color. Although he was never a fan of my lightning, when I ran into the sky, he'd shudder. I drifted heavily over this world, waiting for a patch of light, bright as radiant as his was. Nevertheless, there are thousands of these. donation, whatever y'all could do. Very much appreciated. We have a Venmo to support the band. It's at Black Market Translation, all one word, all spelled the way you think it is. I'm going to put this into the audience. And we have our final performer. Our final performer is Esther. Raised in California by a preacher and a bureaucrat and just barely not a cult, Esther Shipsey's poetic concerns include contradiction, revelation, delusion, constraint, time, bodies, forgiveness, and choice. Her voice is goofy, worldly, prophetic, lucid, tender, cutthroat, and a neurodivergent woman of transgender experience and recovery from addiction. She chooses to believe in life after survival and the guarantee of neither. She's here to rip off the Band-Aid, off a more beautiful world. Esther has been published in Plains Paradox, was shortlisted for the New Feathers Award in 2024, and is taught or featured at Writer's Block, Stand Together, Bath Sunday Sunday, and now for the first time, Punketry. She lives in Boulder, Colorado. She wants one of your fries, and she'd like to eat you when you grow up. Please give it up for Esther Shipsey.
Carnivorous and striped. For reference, was the still, a static frame of the last known specimen from an ancient videotape, Bovard Zoo, 1936. Do you know the name of the last of the species? Do you know? The last of the species is named Englewood. The Van Diemen's Land Company had a bounty out for 20 years, a pound for every tiger, 10 shillings every pup. All of Endling's many mothers had prices on their heads. Endling's name was in the papers. The papers said that Endling's name was Benjamin. The fact of Endling is female. Endling died of neglect. Endling, female. Fact, Endling, knocked out of her quarters. Endling in deep desert freeze. Tasmanian breeze after boiling day. Farm and ground warm, burrow or wheat warm, rabbit or safe land, brush and concrete all around you. Endling above you, only sky. Endling, old sky turned so fast. The Endling was a female that the papers called Benjamin. I don't think she liked that very much. The last video of Endling, 45 seconds. Her tiny enclosure, 90 years ago, 45 seconds. She sniffs the air. She shows her stripes. She lies back down. She waits to die. 50 years without sighting, and Endling gets her name, 1986, extinction. And so the word is passed. The paper said that too. Endling always disliked papers. Papers, cameras, men. 1936 again, just outside the frame, the camera quit rolling and Endling found her knee. She bit that cracker in the ass and left a scar for life. I hope she tasted blood as sweetened through his stories. The Endling, last known specimen in glory, last known specimen, final life in time. But the wind has brought me rumors. There are rumors in Tasmania of war. See, I've been wanting to attach to a fantasy, and I think I changed my mind if I cannot see that girl on page. One body, invisible Mars, and whoever works the camera sets the frame. The paper said the dead girl's name was Benjamin. The Endling bit the camera in the ass. The image is a captive, eye and eye, every dance is an unbroken chain until it breaks. And yes, death has always been indelible underneath my skin. And it's not the rumors out of Tasmania, and there are rumors out of Tasmania. It's not the rumors out Destiny, a mouthful of the blood I made my own. I have known you all my life by sound and scent. There once were lions in China, the rumors in Tasmania are true. To circle you and take your scent fills up my mouth with wine. Their hackles rise, their splendid, their jaw opens wide as mine and drop. Vader rabbit, open throat, vanish and leave my patch for you. In the grasslands, there are fairies popping up every corners. Emerald eye shine, Russians dotted, the crosses, little flames, invisible to infrared and satellite, horoscope, conspiracy, divine. The hillocks of your noses and warrens of your eyes, the maze of food and shelter I hunt among my kind. Every green is a disappearing act until it's not, until it's Eureka. More is lost than ever kept, but hungry it returns. And how you've changed me. You always will have changed me. I will not get the thylacine tattoo, not once, and not by doubles. The sky will form me too. What the fuck is up, Punketry? Give it up for everybody so far. This is a hard ass of what the fuck? Alright, gang, you're gonna win. Because we will because we must. And we must, of course, and we must because if we don't, we're dead or we're worse, we're dumb money. Imagine being dumb money. Imagine inside their heads. Can you imagine? Right, imagine inside their heads. Imagine inside their heads. Let's go there. Bathroom is the most important thing. I always have believed this. If bathroom is different, I'll get mad. And always won't keep me from the glove box of my power inside 5 inches in my hand. I burn my trash. And I am better than Joe Biden, who when I burn trash is already turning it to dirt. I will call the barista nothing. Large. Regular. They should not ask the milk I want. There is only one kind of milk, 2 kinds of people, which also are bathrooms, and one is people when it asks me, but is religion otherwise. I made cheese. 10 million trad wives when the lights come on, scurry underneath the fridge. 1 entire block of sharp cheddar and I unhinge my jaw. It is 2:36 a.m. The trad wives are stitching lace doilies through my toes into the floorboards. They live, laugh, love the voluminous spillage of rules. From the rule juice I milk from the wives. With my shiny Vitamix 80% off Black Friday at Costco. My vision goes red like the Terminator, and that block of Velveeta is fucking history in my ash cloud stomach. A spelling order and perfection machine. Where I come from, there's more where that came from. Containers full of everything. For the wise, there's always more in the jug. Milk, gasoline, burgers, 3 easy payments. Every 4 years at the total equinox. Oranges in November and afterward. Gone. Always forward. It's all coming together, baby. We're all in this together, baby. If you don't stand for nothing, then you'll fall for anything, baby. We focus on our family. We defend our way of life. left, I sat down to write a poem about how he was bitch made, because sometimes it's nice to go back to the old you every now and again. But I found out that trash talking feels different when you get too many friends who've killed themselves because they've got principles and shit. And I apparently can't even do a character assassination without being nice. Afterward, this kid said, "I'm sorry about my blunt humor. Maybe I'll come back." And I just kept thinking about that because he knew he was being a prick and didn't know how to give a real apology. And it felt like he'd never gotten one himself. So, shout out to that guy. This one's for that guy. And it's for the part of me that only fears one thing more than she fears you, and that's me. Boy, the only thing twisted about you, the only thing blunt about you is you're skinny and twisted. And you'd be as empty as the rest of your dusty ass pack in the backwoods if it weren't for the flowers inside of you burning. Blame if your body speaks on your behalf. It says, "Forgive me." The wheel ground me down for use in someone else's hand, and my eye sees clearest from the corner. Maybe you should breathe like they don't give awards for it. It's okay. I showed you yours, so here's mine. My first girlfriend and I were in Target and walked past two women to some unheard punch. One cracked up like a fault line. The laugh ripped her lips open like Christmas wrapping paper, and I said, to my girlfriend, a line from some jut-jawed, hard-eyed whistle past a graveyard I'd learned to imitate. I said, "She's got the kind of laugh that makes you stop laughing." Her companion wheeled on me smooth and barreled me dynamite home and said, "Yes, it's very distinctive." And I walked out of that Target behind my eyelids, two brand new complimentary mirrors, a baby monitor in my mouth. There will always be a child who hears me when I say I'm too damn smart for her. There will always be a child who hears me. I did the same thing when I was 8. I closed out a volley with a friend with "Bye Katie, bye Katie, bye Katie," when I didn't want her to leave me with the boy, so I had to show her it was not to be effective, so that she would know that I was good enough to take with her. And so I said, "I hate you, Katie." I didn't think she'd care enough to try. It never crossed my mind what would she was good. I could tell she was nice, and so yes, you're pulling that little red wagon of shit someone else gave you to carry, and you sell it like there's something you need to earn. I know why you're jealous of everyone who can sit with their backs to the door. There is nothing more worthy of forgiving. What kind of person slaps away a greeting and asks to come back? Unless they know what can happen when you get more than you signed up for. What made you pull pocketfuls of sand from underneath your train tracks? This choice to be all the way smokestacks and yesterday. If I could save you from your confusion, I would have. I cannot make you sane, but I can go crazy trying. I cannot make you set your story down, but I can pause the movie just a moment and say, you have my permission to dwell inside the distance like an uninvited guest. I always thought I was going to get out of here early, too. I'm begging you to stay till the end. Thanks so much, y'all. I got a little more for you. I chose those specifically because I really believe that any one of us could be that way. Could be any of the people, or any of the animals in these poems, if we allow ourselves to be. I know that we're all lovers here, but also we're lovers in the imperial core. It's easy to mock the most bloodthirsty ghouls and freaks among our countrymen, but the disease is inside us. It's inside us from the way that the entire global economy centers around bringing us treats at the barrel of a gun. And we're told from birth that being the biggest beetle in the dung heap is the end goal of this whole mortal coil, and I'm just asking you, be vigilant of your heart. Watch for ways to break it open. It is my earnest prayer that when the world breaks us, as it does and will, that it does so in ways that make us lovers. The lovers are afraid to do their taxes. and the electric chairs sliding down a banister. Like the infomercials, which are everywhere, or were decades ago, when the lovers weren't afraid of the injections and knew all the paths through the needle's eye. Lovers take the shot, and the lovers drink a thimbleful of scotch at 2:36 p.m. each day. They've done studies. The lovers insist upon it. They believe they will live longer like this, all at once. The lovers have become afraid, so afraid of pigs on their naughty list and plates, that the lovers are becoming more afraid of finding pigs in their bathrooms, shitting in the mirror while the lovers brush something in their teeth to scrub them round, soft, clean, and white. The lovers could be photographed in manacles and smiles. The lovers sat all night by the phone. The lovers turned their megaphones to lighthouse, camp stove coffee, winter coat drives, books. A CO told the lovers, "We shouldn't talk to you," and they walked a child past her daddy's cage. That night, they heard the lovers outside through the walls. The lovers walked out to the middle of jam-packed, 6-lane highways, slipped between the signals, and sat their asses down. The lovers left their phones at home. "We shall not be moved" was a song the lovers sang, certain promises they made for one another. When the boiling cocktails screamed, they made for one another. When the warm coat season dragged, stuck in rain and canvas faded, they made for one another. Quick repairs, they fishhook stitched in patches like a prayer, like a prayer. Their home in winter, found in dumpsters, dived for soup, like a prayer for cooler summers in the attic with the coats, like a prayer for longer harvests, sooner springs, shorter hours, pets of kings. The lovers can remember everything. Every time I'm worried about going to a protest, I forget what other people think of you is none of your business. And revolutionary love is going to cost you something. Revolutionary love, of course, excuse. It is Christmas 1914, and a man has spent his whole fortnight's wages on a little rocking horse for his eldest. He works for a carpenter. How many labored all their lives with hopes on those they love? How many hours of a pressurized throb, the moaning of ductwork, the rattle, the furnace and fan, hanging on thin steel wire like line, rusty bicycles, the vote on the table before me sits fat, juicy orange, waiting to get naked. What's it gonna take to bring us back to the body? To what a body can do, besides just fill a street, to man a life after survival, survive. Every sovereign community can guarantee the following for its people: food, water, clothing, shelter, medication, education, safety, and time. This list burns in my skin like rust. On the bike hanging over my head, it burns like food, water, clothing, shelter, medication, education, safety, and time. It settles, drift, filling my hips, little basin like a love that's just learned it has no hand in control. Sticking to the window by the fairy lights. Food, water, clothing, shelter, medication, education, safety, and time. Church words, false treaties, yes, but the knurling of my pencil grip on the barrel is begging me to say, it is a sin to cross a picket line. Unsteerable ships will sink, and we can learn much from Luigi Marjano. Simple schematics, monopoly money, a Greyhound bus, a good reason why. Stillness and reading and thought and unready, and we are unready, and emotion, when unready still. But I have only ever found God in everything, and the blades of grass growing on the graves are getting longer, and everything else, and everyone, including my enemies. But here's the real problem. I found God in everyone enough to love them. I love them enough to want to win. I want to win. The sad smile on a stranger's lips, it is not enough. It says that it releases the breaking of its bones, that when you spread a little sunlight over seething hot iron, the molecules and the bonds that hold us howl apart, the oil of the molecules we make webs with one another, diamond black and slick, one molecule thin, one molecule easier for you to feed yourself. I bring you good tidings of joy. Not enough is all there is not enough. One more swing of a hammer, not enough. One more feeling pressure, not enough. One more kiss is not enough. One more voice raised in dissension, not enough. One more hand in the general strike is not enough. And see, this is the finger that the whole wide world turns around. The truth is not enough until it is. GeneralStrikeUS.com. 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 And don't mean now, I mean right now.
Remember Esther! Bardo! Cowan! Big Phart the Pirate Noah! And Jessica! Thank you all so much for performing with us tonight. Thank you everyone for joining us here tonight. Again, always more appreciative of the community. Every single time we do this, we're ready to celebrate. Last Thursday of every month, the fourth Thursday of every month. It's actually not the last Thursday of every month. It is sometimes, but not always. Sorry, I'm having like problems thinking. It's hard to hear myself. It's weird. Sorry. To be able to just talk and like not hear yourself and feel less responsible for what I say. It's like I don't like that. Anyway, fourth Thursdays of the month. Any other dates to announce, Matt Clifford?
We're the third Saturday of every month, and next Thursday I'm reading poetry at Nancy Stillman's new reading.
Where's that?
Somewhere on West Colfax.
Somewhere on West Colfax. Wander that way. Yes, we are. Black Market Translation is here every third Saturday as well for like a jam session, art session. Come check it out. It's still evolving. And yeah, wander down West Colfax to see Matt Clifford read. That sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.